Imagine lying in bed, the world around you silent, but your mind is louder than ever. The clock keeps ticking, and as the minutes pass, the thought of getting restful sleep slips further and further away. For many Sigma males, this isn't just a rare occurrence, it's a nightly battle. Why is it that despite exhaustion you struggle to fall asleep? What's keeping your mind so active when your body is begging for rest? And more importantly, how can you finally conquer this? Stay tuned, because in this video we're going to break down exactly why Sigma males can face these unique sleep struggles, the science behind it, and the practical steps you can take to finally silence that racing mind and get the sleep you need. You'll find that by incorporating the right techniques, you can turn sleepless nights into peaceful rest and use these same strategies to live more fully during the day. Sigma males are wired differently, and that's not news to you. But what many might not realize is how this difference affects something as simple yet crucial as sleep. You thrive on independence, constantly analyzing, thinking, and strategizing about your next move. This mindset is powerful, but it comes with its own set of challenges, one of the biggest being sleep. You're not someone who can easily shut off your mind, while others might be able to drift off as soon as their head hits the pillow. Your thoughts are racing, from reanalyzing past decisions, to contemplating future plans, to the existential questions that never seem to have answers. That constant stream of consciousness doesn't stop when it's time to sleep, and that's where the struggle begins. This isn't just a problem of staying awake too long, it's a deeper issue rooted in your personality. Sigma males are known for their introspection and self-sufficiency, but these same qualities can turn against you at night. Instead of resting, your mind is working overtime, trying to solve problems, anticipate future challenges, or replay interactions from the day. The solitude that comes with nighttime can intensify these tendencies. When it's quiet and you're finally alone with your thoughts, it's easy for your brain to kick into high gear. But why does this happen? Why do Sigma males, in particular, struggle with such sleep challenges, even when they know how essential sleep is for their overall well-being? Let's dive deeper into the psychology of why Sigma males face this issue. First, it's important to understand that the Sigma mindset is built on autonomy and introspection. You're constantly assessing your environment, calculating risks, and seeking ways to improve. This relentless drive is often what sets you apart, but when it comes to sleep, it's your worst enemy. The brain doesn't have an off switch. For Sigma males, this is even more pronounced because your brain is always working to find solutions, even when the problem isn't immediate. This keeps your brain in a heightened state of alertness, making it incredibly difficult to transition from wakefulness to rest. From a neurological standpoint, when you're always thinking, your brain releases stress hormones like cortisol. Cortisol is essential for your body's fight-or-flight response, but it's not something you want coursing through your veins when you're trying to sleep. High levels of cortisol can suppress the production of melatonin, the hormone that signals your body it's time to wind down. This is one reason why, no matter how tired your body feels, your mind won't let you drift off. Another factor? Sigma males often put immense pressure on themselves. You're goal-oriented, constantly pushing yourself to reach new heights, always striving for more. This drive is a double-edged sword. It propels you forward in life, but it also places a heavy burden on your mind, especially at night. While others might be able to leave their worries at the door when they get into bed, you're analyzing the day, thinking about every conversation, every decision, and every future move. The sense of responsibility, of always needing to perform at your highest level, weighs on your mind. You might find yourself replaying scenarios in your head, wondering if there was something you could have done better. This type of thinking, though useful in certain contexts, can keep your brain on high alert when it should be winding down. It's this constant drive for perfection, this need to always be thinking ahead, that makes sleep difficult for Sigma males. Unlike others who might be able to relax and let go, You feel the need to be in control, even when it comes to sleep. But here's the catch. Sleep isn't something you can control with sheer willpower. Here's one method to combat that overactive mind. Create a mind dump ritual. Before bed, grab a notebook and take the time to write down everything that's on your mind. Whether it's worries, plans, or random thoughts, get them out of your head and onto the page. This small ritual can help clear your mind and signal to your brain that it's okay to let go, at least for the night. You'll be surprised by how much of a difference this simple practice can make. By externalizing your thoughts, you reduce their emotional weight and stop your mind from spinning. Your brain no longer feels the need to keep rehearsing the same thoughts over and over again because it knows they're safely stored elsewhere. This act of writing can serve as a transition, helping your brain switch gears from problem-solving mode to rest mode. One of the hallmarks of being a Sigma male is your deeply analytical nature. This trait is beneficial in countless areas of life, whether it's in work, relationships, or personal development. But when it comes to sleep, this analytical nature becomes a hurdle. You're constantly trying to solve problems, even when those problems don't need immediate solutions. As your mind races, trying to figure out everything from tomorrow's schedule to life's bigger existential questions, sleep becomes an afterthought. Think about it this way. Your mind is like a powerful computer that's always running multiple programs at once. Even when you think you've closed all the windows, there's always something running in the background. This mental multitasking is exhausting, but it's hard to stop, especially when it's become second nature. Sigma males tend to be high achievers, and with that comes a constant desire to improve, to analyze, and to refine. While this is a fantastic asset during the day, it's detrimental when trying to sleep. Mindfulness and meditation have been scientifically proven to calm the mind and reduce the production of stress hormones. If you're not used to mindfulness practices, start small. Spend 5 minutes before bed focusing on your breathing. With every exhale, imagine releasing the day's stresses and worries. This technique helps to interrupt the stream of thoughts that keep you awake, giving you a moment of mental peace before sleep. You can also try guided meditations, which are designed specifically to help with sleep. These guided sessions often involve visualizations that help you detach from your thoughts and focus on relaxation. By practicing mindfulness before bed, you can train your brain to slow down, making it easier to transition into sleep. Another common issue for Sigma males is the tendency to think about multiple things at once. You might find that as you lie in bed, your mind is darting from one thought to the next, never settling on a single topic. This mental juggling can make it nearly impossible to relax. One way to combat this is to focus on a single thought or image as you fall asleep. This strategy can help anchor your mind and prevent it from wandering. Choose something calming and simple to focus on, something that doesn't require problem-solving or critical thinking. For example, you might imagine a serene landscape like a quiet beach or a peaceful forest. The key here is to let your mind rest on this one thing and gently redirect it back whenever it starts to wander. This practice, known as mental anchoring, is incredibly effective for people who struggle with racing thoughts. By giving your mind a single point of focus, you prevent it from jumping between multiple ideas, which in turn helps you fall asleep faster. Over time, this practice will train your brain to stay calm and focused, reducing the mental chatter that keeps you awake. Another layer to this is the inherent independence of Sigma males. You take pride in being self-sufficient, in handling things on your own without relying on others. While this autonomy is one of your greatest strengths, it can also be isolating. In the quiet hours of the night, when the distractions of the day fade away, you're left alone with your thoughts. Unlike others who might seek comfort in discussing their problems with friends or loved ones, Sigma males often choose to internalize their struggles. This creates a mental environment where thoughts and emotions build up without release, making it incredibly difficult to fall asleep. While you may thrive in solitude, it's important to recognize the power of human connection. especially when it comes to mental well-being. You don't need to open up to everyone, but finding one or two trusted people to share your thoughts with can help release some of that mental burden. Sometimes just expressing what's on your mind can lighten the load, making it easier to sleep. Now let's talk about how this cycle of restlessness perpetuates itself. The more you struggle to fall asleep, the more anxious you become about sleep itself. As bedtime approaches, you might start to feel frustrated before you even lie down, anticipating another night of tossing and turning. This anxiety then feeds into your already active mind, making it even harder to relax and fall asleep. This vicious cycle is common among Sigma males, who tend to approach problems head-on. You might think that if you just concentrate hard enough, you'll be able to force yourself to sleep. But sleep doesn't work that way. It's not something you can control through willpower or determination. In fact, the harder you try, the more elusive it becomes. This may sound counterintuitive, but one of the most effective ways to improve your sleep is to stop trying to control it. Instead of seeing sleep as another task to be accomplished, shift your mindset. Allow yourself to accept that some nights might be harder than others. When you release the pressure to fall asleep, you create space for relaxation to naturally occur. Another powerful tool you can add to your pre-sleep routine is aromatherapy, particularly with lavender oil. Studies have shown that the scent of lavender can reduce anxiety and promote relaxation, making it easier to fall asleep. The calming effects of lavender come from compounds like linalool and linalool acetate, which interact with the brain's neurotransmitters to promote feelings of calm and well-being. By incorporating lavender oil into your bedtime routine, you're giving your brain another signal that it's time to wind down. You can either use a diffuser to disperse the scent throughout your bedroom or apply a few drops of lavender oil to your pillow or pulse points. Over time, your brain will begin to associate the smell of lavender with sleep, making it easier to drift off. For Sigma males who are easily distracted by noise, a white noise machine can be a game changer. White noise creates a consistent background sound that masks other noises, helping your brain to relax. This is especially useful if you live in a noisy environment, or if your mind tends to latch onto every little sound when you're trying to sleep. The steady sound of white noise can also help Sigma males who have an overactive mind. The repetitive nature of white noise gives your brain something simple to focus on, which can prevent it from wandering. It's similar to the concept of focusing on a single thought or image, but in this case, you're using sound as your anchor. Turn it on before you go to bed, and let the consistent background noise help your brain relax. As a Sigma male, you likely spend a lot of time on your computer or phone, especially in the evening hours. But did you know that the blue light emitted by these devices can interfere with your ability to fall asleep? Blue light suppresses the production of melatonin, the hormone that regulates your sleep-wake cycle. When you use devices that emit blue light late at night, your brain gets the signal that it's still daytime, making it harder to wind down and fall asleep. This is especially problematic for Sigma males who are already prone to overthinking. By reducing your exposure to blue light in the evening, you can help your brain transition more smoothly into sleep mode. The real key to solving the Sigma sleep problem is learning how to quiet your mind. It's not about shutting off your thoughts completely, because let's be real, that's not going to happen. Instead, it's about creating mental boundaries that allow your mind to rest when it needs to. This isn't just about sleep hygiene, though establishing a solid nighttime routine is important. It's about addressing the root cause of your overactive mind. Sigma males need intellectual stimulation, but there comes a point where constant mental activity becomes harmful rather than helpful. Learning how to manage your thoughts, whether through journaling, meditation, or other techniques, can make all the difference. Developing a consistent pre-sleep routine helps train your brain to recognize when it's time to wind down. This can include activities like dimming the lights, reading something light, or even doing light stretching. The key is consistency. Your brain will start to associate these activities with sleep, making it easier to transition from wakefulness to rest. So, now that you know why Sigma males struggle to fall asleep, it's time to take action. You don't have to be a victim of your own mind. By understanding the unique way your brain works and implementing these strategies, you can finally get the rest you deserve. What about you? Have you noticed that your mind works overtime at night? What's your biggest challenge when it comes to falling asleep? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And remember, you have the power to overcome this. Stay true, stay strong, stay proud. Thank you for watching.